Yo, GameBro here, and this is Let's Play Metroid Prime. I'm telling you right off the bat, I am doing this post-commentary. It is because I was forced to having to cut in certain places so I can like meet yet from drawing drifts or whatever. That's what I had to do unless it be like a long ass recording, and screw that. Plus, I mean, just simply putting together videos in Pinnacle Studio is tedious enough, as lazy as I may sound, but having to put in the audio files, not just put them in, but like cut them at the right point to have the audio in sync with the video. Well, not the game audio, but to like have my commentary make sense for what's going on and such. That makes it really tedious, so yeah, I didn't want to have to deal with that. Just made it kind of simple, and watching like the videos put together of me collecting the last of the missile expansions, the final energy tank, and the final power bomb expansion. Yeah, I thought there were more power bomb expansions in this game than there actually are, but then again, they are broken. You can destroy most of the enemies with just one usage, so yeah, I can see why Retro Studios didn't didn't have much in, didn't want the players to break the game much, if at all. Retro Studios did a brilliant job with the Metroid series, making what I was very disappointed at first, being a first-person shooter, made it into a brilliant game, a fun game, brilliantly designed game, and something that does feel like kind of like a 3D Super Metroid, kind of. Yeah. Too bad they're no longer involved with the Metroid series. Instead, they worked on Donkey Kong Country Returns, which, from what I played, is a fantastic game. As you can see, it was a bit inconsistent. Like, I was in Magma Caverns not too long ago. From when I was recording, getting this expansion, I embarrassingly forgot like a few, like in this and Chozo Ruins combined, even though I was in those areas not super long ago. Yeah. But whatever, I managed to get all 100%. This will seem like kind of a short game for how many parts this is. Me trying to focus on 15 minutes per video. But keep in mind that, like my Final Fantasy LP, this game would have been much longer if I didn't cut anything out. This would be like 42 or so parts if I didn't cut anything out at all. Give or take a few. So this isn't necessarily a short game. It's just not necessarily a long one either. And also, not too long ago, I decided, what the hey, I rented Metroid Other M not too long ago. Of all the hatred, like especially from the fans of this game, all the critics seem to find the game okay, but especially of all the hatred, how they ruined Samus' character and such. From what I've played of it, I actually enjoyed Other M. I can't say the combat was great by any means, but I still got some enjoyment out of it. I really enjoyed the cutscenes. It felt like a Metroid game to me, even more so than the Prime games. That game felt even more like a 3D Super Metroid than this game, I should say. I mean, And as much as I like the Prime games, I even now, like, even when the game was new, wouldn't mind a third-person Metroid. Yeah, I thought there was quite a bit to like about this game. The cutscenes, the platforming, the combat wasn't great, but I thought it was still acceptable. It felt very Metroid-like. There are times where you need to head into first-person mode. I liked it. Of course, it helps to like something if, like, you have low expectations for it. And I didn't think they necessarily ruined Samus' character, like, made her completely unlikable. I mean, she's nowhere near as badass, for sure. I mean, there are times where Adam just refused to allow certain, like, upgrades to be used, and Samus would not use the Varia suit, even though she was clearly in like the Norfair of that game. She's nowhere near as bad. She's, like, really loyal to Adam and such. Maybe a little too much for her badassness, but I didn't think she was a dislikable character. She didn't become like a tsundere or anything. And I could have sworn that before the final expansion I was actually at 98%. So yes, apparently the final line we get count says adding 2%. So it's not just 1% per item, it's 1% and a 1/99th, basically. And then we're into the final area with different type of phase-on that actually hurts us, even though we have the phase-on suit. And I was thinking of showing off the fusion suit. I believe I have to finish Metroid Fusion to be able to do that. I've been playing that game as of late as well, but I mean, whatever. If I didn't bother to show it off, it's really a different costume. It doesn't have any like different functions or anything. Looks kind of cool, but I'm still pointing out that you can connect this game in Metroid Fusion to get that suit and unlock the original Metroid. And yeah, that one room where the phase-on is, when I said that was the largest room in the entire game, where those different space pirates were. That's a missile station, by the way, so it was full on. So I didn't need it. I was wrong. Phase-on core. This would have to be the largest room in the entire game. I'm not sure if it's like the longest in height, but it's definitely longer by length and width. It's definitely more cubic meters than that one other room. But much of this room, this is pretty much all you have to go through to make it to the final boss. Yeah. Final areas in Metroid were never that huge. But this one felt like it could have been a bit longer, but whatever. This part you could use the spider ball, but screw that. Just want to jump on through. With 100% of items, even being on hard mode, I did not doubt myself in defeating this boss, and I did my first try, this playthrough anyway. I don't remember if this is the first time I got 100% on hard, but I don't even remember if, like, the first time I made it through on hard. First time I made it through a game, I actually got 100% or not. I believe when it got 100%, because back then I was a perfectionist. And here is Metroid Prime, hence the game title. Such an awesome title, Metroid Prime. Metroid indeed, at its prime. But interesting thing is, I remember I finished this game on December 24th. Just the day before Christmas, obviously, which the next day was when I got the sequel, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. I thought it'd be pretty neat to mention that I defeated this game the day before I got the sequel, which sadly took me like nearly just barely under a whole year to finish this game. But I got stuck a few times, and while I did enjoy it, I kind of lost interest because of that until I had some assistance with some text guide from Game Facts. Forgot what the username is, but I gotta give that person credit for helping me finish this game the first time, because I did not have the actual guide for this. And also, I should try to explain this boss a bit more. Metroid Prime, it switches to 4 different colors, hence the 4 different type of beams you have. It's purple, so obviously that means is wave beam. So yeah, it's it's the only one that's effective, and even for this, which you may as well use all your missiles on anyway, I would still not recommend using the Wave Buster. I had to. It's just so much usage of missiles. It looks cool, but I just would not recommend it at all. At all. Like the flamethrower, on the other hand, though, I would actually recommend, but you gotta get close to Prime. The first part of Prime kind of spoiled that there's another phase. Well, like a part 2, but look, there are 4 phases in part 1, if that makes any sense. After part 1, if you do enough damage to Prime, you'll end up on the other side. And be sure to suck in energy when you can. Hence a morph ball so you can dodge. And one thing I know for sure is in hard mode, it's like not only do you take more damage, but enemy bosses are required more hits to be defeated. Oh, and I would strongly recommend using the ice spreader. It's only 10 missiles. That's twice as much as the super missile, but I mean, with 100%, especially on normal, I would strongly recommend using this beam on Prime. Using that beam on Prime. Oh, and this part's about to end. See, I'm continuing battling Prime in the next part. This is GamePro. See you all in the next video.